Hello everybody and welcome, and Happy New Year! Hope everybody is doing well and 2020 is treating you fine. And I'm back with another flight sim video. This time, however, we are going back to the good old FSX days. I've been watching so many videos about the new Microsoft flight sim that it gave me the idea to do a little bit of a nostalgic flight using the Aerosoft A320 in FSX Team Edition. And it still looks halfway decent with the REX add-on and soft clouds. Certainly not up to 2020 standards, but it still has one crucial element, which is fun. So we are in the early morning hours in Budapest, Hungary, and we are flying to Hamburg, Germany. I've been on such a flight recently during the holidays, so let's just do it once more. In a sim. It's going to be weird coming from X-Plane 11 back to FSX with a whole different control layout. Actually never really checked out Prepared. I've been watching some videos, but I never really invested in it because I have so much time and money in X-Plane 11. And the next flight sim is going to be the new Microsoft flight sim that I'm going to check out when it's going to be released, and hopefully it's going to be fantastic. According to the videos, it's going to be quite amazing. So, let's set up this beautiful aircraft. I used to love this Aerosoft Airbus, still do. Actually, we can also use the checklist. But first, let's just take care of the basic stuff. And ADIRS. Whoops. To nav. Yeah, everything checks out fine. And also put these displays and a little bit of illumination. And we can use this right side MCDU to set up the aircraft. So PAX is going to be 176. Actually, where's my iPad? Look at the flight plan. Yeah, 176. And cargo is 0. That's what SimBrief says. And fuel, 8.2. Yeah, 8.19. And load it and start boarding. CG and trim is going to be up 0.8, that's fine. And let's go, checklist. There's also an option for a co-pilot, which basically does the work for us. But we are going to do a little bit of hands-on management and do everything ourselves. And let's take care of the left side, MCDU as well. Also updated the nav data, hopefully it's going to be working fine even with this older product. So, Budapest/Hamburg. Align the IRS, I'm going to be cruising at 350. What's the cost index? It's 49. And I'm not sure what flight number Eurowing uses. Let's just go with 1549, just like Captain Sully. But hopefully there's not going to be any miracle on any river this time. Alright, now we are departing runway 31 left with this departure. And let's check out the routing. Airways P41 to a B2. Then direct routing, I'm not sure we can put it here. I think we can. So we have to do the next waypoint option. And from here, P41. Actually, there's a feature of the Airbus. If we put the next run or airway here, which is L624, then it should give us the waypoint in between those two. I'm looking for Lempi, actually, Lembi. Can I change it? No. So let's try again. Mavor P41 to Lembi. And from there L624. Let's try it once more. M748 should be HDO. Oh, this time it was correct. And that brings us to Bolbo. Now from there, also one more direct waypoint, which is Sogma. Hopefully the whole flight is going to work out fine. FSX tends to crash a lot. And airway M748, once again, to Rarup. And that's the last waypoint. And this brings us to our departure or arrival. It's going to be ILS-05. Here we go. And Raru 3A should be also via RAR 05. Here we go. Fantastic. Now we have everything. Performance. It's going to be flaps 1. And flex 67. That's a lot. And here we have our V-speeds. Fantastic. Now we can go ahead and start the checklist.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Batteries.
Both on.
Electrical power.
External power is on.
Navigation lights.
On.
Engine master.
Both off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
Landing gear lever.
Checked.
Parking brake.
Off.
Flaps.
Checked position.
Speed brake lever.
Checked retracted.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Transponder mode.
Checked standby.
Radio control panel.
On.
Set on.
ECAM recall.
I don't recall we did that already.
Checked.
Anti-skid.
On.
Flight director.
On.
Emergency lights.
Checked and armed.
No smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Probe window heat.
Auto.
Air condition.
Checked.
Ventilation panel.
Is checked.
Electric panel.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
Should have done that. Is the refueling complete? Yeah, it's complete. Actually, let's go with instant. And now we can put on the fuel pumps.
Fuel
Set
pumps.
on.
Hydraulics.
Is checked.
Acubrake pressure.
Acubrake pressure. It's down here. Whoa. Maybe I need to pump the brakes a little bit.
Acubrake pressure.
No, doesn't seem to do anything. Well, actually, let's go and check out the pressure page. And it's the cabin pressure. Well, okay. I'm just going
Brake
to
pressure.
go and skip this item.
Ground proximity warning system.
On.
Electronic flight control system.
On.
Adheres.
Checked.
Emergency equipment.
Is checked.
Checklist complete.
Close doors. Now hopefully this acute brake pressure is not going to come back and beat us or bite us in the ass later on. Doesn't seem that I can do anything about it right now. So where is aircraft doors? Why is it not closing?
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
And go and start the APU. Flap open, and here we go.
Set on.
APU bleed.
And it's going to take a little while until it fires up. And normally there is 1 minute waiting period between the APU starting and the engagement of the APU bleed. Or pilot should wait 1 minute. But we're in a sim, so as soon as APU is available, I'm going to engage APU bleed. Here we go. APU available. And APU bleed
Set on.
External power.
is off, and we can disconnect it.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set on.
Bearer reference.
Checked. 1013.
1013. Check. Beacon lights.
Bacon. Let's go for bacon.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
Alright, so we don't need pushback. We are in a good parking position, so let's go with number 2.
Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead, sir.
Ground, we have ATC clearance for start and taxi now. Please confirm ground equipment and services are clear.
Roger. You're off from the trucks today, Captain, so your ground equipment and stairs are clear and all doors are closed. Ready when you are.
Okay.
Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2.
Right, engine 2 is
Engine
running
2 is stabilized.
stable.
Starting number 1.
Number 1, engage. And the PTU is working. Let's push these guys in. Let's go right away to 350. And engine 1, we have a good start as well.
Engine 1 is stabilized. That's a good start on both engines. All systems are normal. Thanks for your help and all clear. We'll see you for the signal on the right, please.
Roger, 2 good starts, all clear signals. See you on the right.
Wait. Hopefully there's not going to be a long waiting period.
After start checklist.
Engine mode selector.
And now we have a little bit of pressure.
Set.
APU bleed.
Off.
APU master.
Off.
Ground spoilers.
Set.
Rudder trim.
Checked 0.
Pitch trim.
So pitch trim should be... Yep, 0.8 up.
Pitch trim.
Checked.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Flight controls, here we go.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Flaps 1.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Ecam door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
Alright, I can go and taxi. With 10 knots, nonetheless. And a little bit of power. I don't think my tiller is working, so we have to use rudder. And we are not going far. Yeah, the sounds are actually great, even without a sound pack. So we have to reach 10 knots. So the runway is just up ahead. And let's just go like this.
Taxiing checklist.
Nose light.
Taxi.
Brake check.
Pedal press. Checked 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
Max.
Takeoff data.
Reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Check. TO config.
Checked no blue.
Checklist complete.
Great stuff. And brakes are working, so I don't know what that problem was with the active brake pressure. And we can go and do the before takeoff checklist.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff. Before takeoff checklist.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
Brake fans.
Off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
TCAS.
TARA, tilt above.
Exterior lights.
Set on.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Checklist complete.
Up ahead is the runway. So we're going to use flags. Should be alright. And here in Budapest, actually the scenery is really well done. We also have these Lufthansa Technik. And here's the cargo area. Oh, there's an old Malave aircraft right there. I'm just going to wait a little bit with the turn. Lining up with the center line. Oh, there's an A321 up ahead. Alright, chronometer. Step on the brakes. And here we go.
Takeoff. Man, flex, SRS and runway.
Check.
And up
Power
until
set.
80. Let's push it down a little bit. Could also have switched off the packs, but I think we have enough runway.
100 knots.
Checked.
Meet 1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Navigation.
Check. Gears up, lights off.
Autopilot on.
And lever climb.
Climb thrust. Flap 0.
Speed check, flap to 0.
The after takeoff checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
Flaps.
Check retracted.
Landing gear.
Gear up, lights off.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Packs.
Both on.
Anti-ice.
Off.
TCAS.
Checked.
Altimeter.
1013.
1012. Checked. Checklist complete.
And we have a good departure from Budapest. Yeah, here it's when we can really see how all this FSX simulator really is. Nonetheless, it's a whole lot of fun. Still, at this day and age. So we're going to climb to 350. 10,000 feet, lights come off. I also think 10,000 feet is the transition altitude, but we are already on standard. I'm just going to go and pull it. And yeah, that's it for the departure, and I'll be back when we land. Alright, descent preparation checklist starts in 15 miles. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and start right now.
Descent preparation checklist.
Seatbelt signs.
Auto.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Landing information.
Received.
Altimeter.
Standard.
Error radio.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
And that was quick. Alright. Let's just check out which altitude should we descend to. There are a couple of restrictions, but let's go 3000. Obviously the autopilot's going to respect those restrictions. And 10 miles. Well, a little bit more. Let's just wait until we are 10 and then begin the descent. Yeah, FSX still got it. Apart from the visuals, this Airbus has almost everything. but these controls are just the worst. Alright. Let's initiate descent.
Initiating descent.
FMA check.
Radar tilt.
Alright, here we are flying over Hamburg. A couple of landmarks. It's a really nice touch here in FSX. Although it's a little bit sparse. Yeah, that's the Münzburg and Hamburger Meile. It's a shopping center, and also there is a bar here. Kind of like a beach bar up. Yeah, that's the city hall right here. That's the Michael. The most famous church in the city of Hamburg. I think that's supposed to be the Hotel Radisson, and the TV tower. Nice, obviously. It's a little bit outdated looking from this angle, but still. And here we have the airport. Yeah, we're going to be landing on runway 05 right here. And here we have some more buildings. Alright, so back to the left seat. And how are we doing? 220, that's good. Yeah, we have a deceleration point right here, and we are making this turn, lining up with the runway. Actually, I'm going to push this button. I'm going to stay in at 220 for now. And once we have made this turn, there's the deceleration point. I'm going to put it back to manage mode. Set flaps, gear down, spoilers armed. Actually, we can go ahead and... oh well, let's wait for the checklist. I think it's a really nice touch. And I think that's what's missing from the Airbuses in X-Plane 11. So here we go. We are doing our turn. I think we are still doing 220. And approach checklist. 4.5 miles. Let's go ahead and...
Approach checklist.
Beacon status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Cabin signs.
Checked.
Nav currency.
Checked.
Bearer reference.
Checked. 2992.
2992. Checked. Checklist complete.
Alright, here we go. One more turn. Let's put it back to 10.
Prepare for landing.
And here we go. Once we made our turn, I'm going to put it back to manage mode. And we should be able to slow down all the way. I think 4 or 140 is the final approach speed. And here we also have
Localizer alive.
and localizer live. And manage mode.
Speed check, flaps 1.
And arm the approach. Cat3 single. Oh, we can also
Second autopilot is on.
engage a second autopilot. It's up in the distance somewhere is
Localizer captured.
localizer captured. Vielen Dank. The lovely German accent. And there's a little bit of crosswind. Not much. And yeah, we have this deceleration point. We also have the glide slope indicator. Actually, let's stay at 4000. There's also a restriction, but we should be able to capture the glide slope from 4000 as well, so soon it will start to descend. And we are still doing 180. It's still a bit early for gear. So let's just stay like this for now.
Glide slope alive.
Glide slope is alive, alright.
Gear
And
down.
now we can extend the gear.
Speed check, flaps 2.
And on spoilers. And auto brakes low should be alright. And how are we doing? Soon we should be able to see the runway up ahead. And there's another Airbus here. Yeah, up until here we have a restriction, 4000. Well, could have waited a little bit, but now, here we go. We are descending. Here, we have a high angle of attack, so let's go with full flaps.
Speed check, flaps 3. Flaps full.
Still no runway. But I think we are good for landing. Everything looks great. Now here we go. Now the textures are loaded. Wow, look at those peppy lights. And soon autopilot can be switched off.
$2,500.
Here are a couple more churches. And the Rathaus. That's the Binnenalster. Kind of like a big lake in the middle of the city. People can go on cruises.
Landing checklist.
Landing gear.
Down and locked, 3 greens.
Ground spoilers.
Checked and armed.
Auto brakes.
Low.
Exterior lights.
On.
Go around altitude.
Checked.
Landing memo.
Checked, no blue.
Checklist complete.
Alright, here we go. I can click on the autopilot disconnect, so I have to do it like
Autopilot
so.
off.
So it's my aircraft. And let's follow the flight director down. Yeah, there is calm weather. The real-time weather download is not functioning. Yeah, but people are still playing FSX Steam Edition. There are
1,000.
a couple of YouTube videos which are actually quite funny from the Steam multiplayer. However, if you want to do a serious flying, then multiplayer in Steam is not the place to do it, but it can be a great fun. And a little bit too low. Wow, so feels a lot different than in X-Plane 11.
$500.
And too low once again.
$400. $300. 100 above.
And now we are too high. Yeah, controls are a lot different.
200 minimum.
Yeah, we can continue and land.
100. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
And reverse.
Ground spoilers.
And airplane taking off right there. And manual braking. I'm not sure if my spoilers engaged at all, or the
70 knots.
thrust reversers. But we have landed safely. And roll out. Yes, we are leaving the runway. Get the flaps up. Outer brakes are already disengaged. And we are crossing runway 33 as well, right here. Yeah, I don't think the thrust reverser is engaged, but nonetheless, we have arrived. And let's just taxi.
After landing checklist.
Exterior lights.
What do they want?
Set.
Ground spoilers.
Check retracted.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Flaps.
Check retracted.
TCAS.
Set off.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
Open.
Set on.
Get it.
Checklist complete.
We're gonna taxi somewhere here to the gates. Work travel. And this is where FSX doesn't use all the resources available. Get a little bit of frame rate drops. Yeah. Here we go. Just pick a gate somewhere up there. It's a nice big airport here in Hamburg, Germany. Well, actually, I think Eurowings is striking now. So there's no flights. But only we did one in a sim. Yeah, let's pick this one. Fantastic. Alright, we have APU. Engine 2 and 1
And
off.
the parking checklist.
Parking brake and chocks.
And chocks. Yeah, let's get it, get it.
Shocks are set.
Parking brake and chocks.
Parking brakes released.
Engine master.
Both off.
Seatbelt signs.
Oh no. Yeah, most likely it's going to crash. So, but fortunately it did it at the end of the video. So that's it. And I'll be back with X-Plane 11 next time.